Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 50 of our Minnesota Twins rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 27. Special shout out to everyone that has been watching since the beginning of the series. We made it to 50 episodes. Huzzah! It's only downhill from here, I think. For comparison, for anyone that has watched the other series. Our Colorado Rockies rebuild, I think, made it to 80. Um, I don't think we'll get to 80 on this series. As we get into the summer months, I think I'm going to shift gears to other games, potentially college football. So I think we'll see how this season goes. But if the final season is not this season, it will be the next one. So last we left off, we went through the month of May to some mixed results. We were swept three times, which is never good. But we swept the Blue Jays. We took a series against the Guardians, 3 out of 4 against the White Sox. Pretty nice. And then we faced them again in early June, where we won the series again, 2 out of 3. So we're looking pretty good there. Currently, as things stand, we are 34 and 29. We are atop the division. However, depending on what happens in this Royals series, we may no longer be. Um, Overall, feeling pretty good about where we are at. The most obvious bot in the history of the world rolled into the stream just now. Oh, that was funny. Um, I think we're feeling pretty good. We unfortunately have run into a very similar issue that we have, especially last season, where a lot of our best offensive players are kind of, peaks and valleys kind of guys. And so right now we're in the middle of a valley for some of them. We'll get to that. One thing of note that did happen last episode, if I remember his name correctly, which I believe I do, we did release Ben Lewis. He was a guy that we took in the Rule 5 draft to be a fifth starter for us. And to be blunt, that just did not work in any stretch of the imagination. We moved him to a relief role. He was somehow worse. And, for the first time all season, we had a fully healthy rotation and bullpen. So made the decision to release him. He is back with Colorado, currently in their AAA Albuquerque squad. So a little a little bit of a shame that we couldn't get that worked out. I think there is a good pitcher in there, but a lot of his development was hurt from the fact that he spent essentially 2 years in AAA being a long reliever. So as things stand, that spot is Mason Molina's, who we are about to see get a start against the Royals. Previously, he only had about 17 starts for us through 2 seasons. He's through 8 starts so far. His ERA is a 2.09, 119 whip, 317 BABIP though, so there might be some regression coming. He was involved in the weird glitched Pittsburgh Pirates series, so that starts a little wonky. If you didn't watch last episode, it was very funny where effectively what happened was a game got suspended, resumed the next day. However, even though I was the one playing it, quote unquote, the AI was doing everything. So I had like black boxes and screens everywhere. And then the next game also got suspended, and it was just very weird, very strange. But he's going to get the start today. And I think my thought process with him is he'll be our guy probably until the trade deadline. And depending on what happens, we might move him or we might just, see what he can do. He is going to be 28 in a month, so he's not exactly, a young prospect, quote unquote, but he could be a guy that sticks in the rotation long term, especially some of our other particular starters are struggling a bit. In the lineup, obviously, Eduardo Tait is out for the season. And so we signed Yanier Diaz to be a starting catcher for us. So far, not a huge sample, only 22 starts, but he does have 3 home runs. He has yet to walk, which I find kind of funny, but he does only have 12 Ks. So he's our starting catcher, obviously, probably similarly until the deadline. And then if there's something better that comes available in the trade block or waiver wire, might snap it up, especially because, defensively so far, not great. Negative zone rating, negative framer, sub 20%, runners thrown out. So we'll see how that plays. Jet Williams picked up a knee inflammation injury off stream. I debated putting him on the IL as like a semi phantom IL, but I think we just kind of need his versatility at this point and hope against hope that his bat can get turned around. Furthermore, last episode, we called up our best prospect, number 13 in baseball, Willie Estrella, to be our starting third baseman, benching Kyle Karos in response. Through 7 games, 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 doubles, 3 homers. Not much to complain about there. But he is our starting third baseman unless he just hits a wall and we think that he needs more time in AAA because he only got 49 games at AAA. That's it. Only 39 in AA also. So he's really young, 21 years old. We'll see what he can do for us. And then in the outfield, we made a similar decision to bench Justin Crawford, who I think at the moment is just kind of looking like a fourth outfielder, which for 6 million this year and 4 million next year is a bit much. But defensively, it's not working at center field. And so we'll probably move him as a backup corner guy. And then Jacob McCombs is our starting center fielder after he was a backup outfielder last year and did terribly. Similarly, at center, he's not very good either. So that's where we're at. For those curious as to what has become of Jacob Young, he is still unsigned. And there is a part of me that wants to just sign him to a major league deal, accepting the fact that his bat is going to be very bad, but at least he can play the position defensively. That very much we know. And right now, he only wants a minor league contract. If I didn't have like a bajillion outfielders in AAA that all kind of need to play, I would be tempted. But that is something I'm keeping an eye on if we want to try to run it back with Jacob Young. So, all right, let's get into this party. Whoever wins this series will be atop the division. Just debated in my head if that math tracks. I don't actually think it does. I'm essentially going to have Jet Williams play through his injury because at this point, he needs as many at bats before the deadline as humanly possible because I'm not against trading newly signed free agents at the deadline. So Mason Molina is going to be up and Jack Caglione hit an RBI triple. Neat. Witt strikes out, but Ricardo gets it down 2-0 Royals early. And now Otto Kemp gets aboard. I don't know what McCombs was doing there at center. Let us not concern ourselves with that. Joey Bart hits it to third. Estrella is there for the out. That is an objective downgrade in terms of third base defense from Karos to Estrella. However, Karos was, for all intents and purposes, like unplayable from an offensive standpoint as Keishel is on third, but Walker strikes out swinging. We go to the second, and they add 2 more runs. Caglione is on third, and Bobby Witt hits it into center. So we may have started some regression to the mean with Mason Molina as he is laboring in this Royals start. We do get the out there though. 5 runs in 2 innings. Not great. Not great at all, and it might get worse. 2 men on. Mickey Moniak hits it to second. This should be two, and it is. Very good from the men. Let's see if the bottom of our order can do anything here. Bernal, not quite. And he is going to get the start today since Diaz is resting. Jet Williams grounds out on a dropped third strike. And Culpepper follows suit. We go to the fourth. Come on, Mason. Man, this dude is killing me. Bobby Witt strikes out looking. Very good, very good, very good. All right, how many pitches is Mason on? 85. I think we'll just I kind of like him to get me some outs. So, unfortunately for you, Mason, you're gonna have to face a couple guys. Ricardo hits it hard to second. Williams is there, easily done. Otto Kemp, swing and a miss. And Joey Bart flies out to center. All righty. Well, he had one clean inning in there. We'll remember that fondly. As Jimenez grounds out. Let's see if Estrella can get us going. The rookie hits it deep into center, but that will be caught. All right, McCombs grounds out to second. No such luck. All right. Yeah, that'll be it for Mason. Not a very good start from him. Looks like 1 run was unearned because of an error from Bernal at catcher. Lovely. And Bernal is also playing for a spot on this team. Um, However, with Eduardo's injury, there's no real argument for getting rid of him this year because, if something happens to Yanier Diaz, then we have no one because all of our good catching prospects are in single A and high A. They are not ready for the call up. Let's have Jet Williams steal third. We're down by 5. Who cares? Really? You don't want to go? Fine. I'll let Culpepper hit. And he gets it down. Very good, sir. 2 men are aboard. I'm going to have Culpepper go for the steal. He is in easily. All right. Come on, Luke. There we go. He gets it into center. Folks, we're on the board. Indeed, we are 5-2 ball game. Gonzalez flies out. And Walker Jenkins hits it deep into left. Caught at the track. Very sad. All right, Nazir. Did that say he was hurt? No. Oh, that was Jet Williams. Duh. All right. We're gonna give the ball to Yandre. Hopefully he can get these outs. Otto Kemp hits it hard to third. Goes to first for the force out. And Joey Bart is walked. Bases loaded. Drew Jones hits it into center. That is down. Gonna score 2 runs, which both go on Nizier White's score line. But these are gonna go on Rojas's. Oh, never mind. Joey Bart with his 25 speed did not go home. Fair enough. Oh man, our pitching staff is grim at times. Jimenez? No. Off the bat, I thought that had a chance. It did not. Estrella hits it deep to center, but that'll be a flyout. McCombs takes the walk. I will pinch run for him. with Crawford, and we're going to go for a steal. Good man. It's his 11th on the season. Bernal takes the walk. 2 men aboard. Jet Williams flies out to left. But for a moment, we had hope. And then Crawford will just take over in center. And we will get Brennan Woolers warming up. Ideally, if Yandre and Brennan get combined for these last 6 outs, I think we'll be okay. All right, he gets Caglione. That'll be it for him. We are going to turn to Mr. Woolers to face Bobby Witt Jr. And he grounds out to third. Very good, sir. All right. Anything for us in the eighth? Nope. Nothing for the Royals in the ninth either. So Jenkins, Jimenez, and Estrella are our last outs. Jenkins goes down swinging. Jimenez gets aboard, though. Very good, sir. And Estrella pops it up. Nothing doing there. Crawford flies out to left, and we lose game one of the series 7-2. I mean, the offense didn't do great. Pitching staff, not much better. I think I really do have a fear that Yandre Rojas may be regressing at age 28, which is pretty unfortunate. But I think that might be a world that we're going to run into. Here's a dumb question. Would he take all he wants is a signing bonus. That's not even a I don't think we'll sign him. I don't think we're ever really going to get to a point where we need defense at center field so badly. I don't think we're there yet. We might get there soon, but I don't think we're there yet. Let us play game 2 with Jared Jones on the mound. I'm going to make one sub. I'm going to give Kyle Karros the start over Estrella just to give him a day off. All right, Jared, you can't really do worse than Molina. And already he's better, and Kalen Culpepper has a solo home run, and 2 other men are aboard. Folks, the offense has arrived. Jimenez gets it down in left. 3-0 ball game. Already, we have scored more runs in this inning than we did all of last game. Karros takes the walk. Having Kyle Karros batting 6th is not really where I want to be in life, but here we are. Diaz gets it over the left fielder. I don't quite know how, but I will not question it, as he has a lovely double. What's Karros' speed? 40? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was like, why didn't he score? That'd be why. And Williams grounds out. Karros did not go home on that grounder. Don't ask me why. But it doesn't matter because McCombs gets the hit. 5-0. We've officially batted around. That'll do. All right, well, now Jared Jones has a massive lead. We got this. In before like an 11-5 loss comes. Would be quite depressing. You got this, Jared. See, we're okay. Bobby Witt's aboard for Ricardo, who takes the walk. Jared, you can't disagree with a ball call when you threw 3 balls beforehand. Like, come on. Come on. Holmes flies out correct. Culpepper lines out. The flyouts are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Keishel gets it down and left. He can hit the baseball. And Gonzalez flies out again. Man, his cold streak has been there for so long. But it's fine. I think I'd really like to get 7 innings out of Jones here for the sake of my bullpen. But it does not appear like it'll happen as Caglione hits it all the way into right. What? I get what that animation is showing, but Caglione was like 2 feet away from Luke Keishel. And instead of tagging him, he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw home. And now here we are. There goes the double play. All right, he gets Bobby Witt. Can he get Ricardo? Indeed. Very nice outing from Jared Jones. But that will definitely be it from him. 2 men on. Luke Keishel. And he hits into the double play. Man, I don't think I'm quite in the move the lineup around solution, but I'm getting there. Really good start from Jared, though. Now, if Conley early can give me 2 innings, we're in okay shape. Good catch there from Culpepper. Nothing for us in the 7th or them in the 8th. Do I want Keckering? Nah, I'll have Correa warm up. Let's see if Carlos can actually hit the baseball. Nope. What is his walk percentile? 59th. He's had 3 walks today. That was quite funny. Diaz flies out. We're going to pinch hit here for Jet Williams. Get Trey Morgan the bat. You want to talk about a guy whose ABs have fallen off a cliff this year. I really should just trade Trey Morgan. Like, he's too good of a player to be our first man off the bench, backup, like first baseman sort of situation. Because Sergio Jimenez can also do that as Culpepper gets us another run. All right, Luke. No such luck. All right. Well, we get an insurance run for our trouble. And then defensively, we're just going to have Keishel leave the game. Willie Estrella will come in and take third. Kyle Carlos will shift over to second. Trey Morgan takes first. Juan Correa is in. This is a grim infield defense, I admit. But here we are. All right, and we get the win 6-1. Really happy with Jared Jones. I think, listen, he's on 3 starts in a row of 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run. It's kind of funny. I think I'm being vindicated in my decision not to trade him after last season. He's looking pretty good. And, you know, we have that team option there. So we do get the flexibility. 3 walks from Carlos is pretty funny, I must admit. All right, we're going to sim game 3 of the series with John Klein on the mound. That'll do. We win 9-1. Sergio Jimenez with his 15th homer on the year. Look at our boy. Look at our boy. Doing very nice for us there. All right, John Klein, 7 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run. Very good, sir. Happy with him because he's especially had some not so great starts recently. He's turning it around. Then Lumpkins pitches 1 2/3 to close it out. Very good. All right. I started scouting the draft prospects. I usually do that like a month or so before. So those will all be filtering in. In terms of the All-Star break, last time we had no hitters. This time we have no hitters, and then Conley early is in as reliever. DH, They have Jackson Holiday DHing. How is he eligible for a DH? He has more starts at second. You stupid game. Matt Burnett. Who in the name of God is this wizard? 2028 draft, first round pick. Okay, hold on. So they take him in 2028. They immediately put him in AAA where he rakes. And then they call him up for the postseason. He has two ABs, strikes out in both of them. He makes the 2029 roster and has been a god. Okay. Fair enough. And then Torque is down there at third. Torque has 14 home runs. Yeah, we're gonna need Jimenez to increase the home run turnout. All right, finale of the series. Everybody's tired. It's fine. So I think actually here's what I'm gonna do. Jimenez. God, he's such a bad right fielder. Jimenez is gonna play right. McCombs can head to the bench because he's on 91%. Uh, Fatigue, stamina, fitness. I never know what word to use. And then Trey Morgan will come in and will DH. That is the plan. Handful of guys are getting rests. Let's see what we got. Finale of this series. All right, 2 men are aboard. I'm not worried. See? Runners at the corners. Sergio Jimenez gets it down into center. That'll score Williams, who is batting second today, as Luke Keeschel is leading off because we are trying that out intermittently. Very good there. Oh, he dropped the ball. At least I think that's what happened. Not quite sure. But Estrella scores another. Here's Crawford, hits it into right. That'll be caught. Down he goes. Uh-oh. You got this, Taj. So he did not have it, actually, just in case anyone was concerned there. Oh, my God. And he's allowed 2 more men to get aboard, and he hits Otto Kemp. Taj! Oh, my God. He had, I know he got shelled, whatever. The bases were empty with 2 outs. He allowed 3 straight men to get aboard and then just allowed a bases clearing double. He had just gotten his ERA down below 3. I mean, I'm leaving him out there. I can't bullpen day this. So that's just where we're at. Well, I thought we were having a pretty good game, up 2-0, and then they went ahead and scored 8 as Jet Williams gets it down. Bases are loaded for Trey Morgan, who lines out to first. Unlucky there. Walker hits it into left. That is down. I'm not going to run because we have Jimenez coming up, and he has grand slam potential. He tried. It didn't work. All right, Taj, for the sake of your ERA, give me a clean inning. Thank you. All right, now we're going to get Juan Correa warming up. Runners at the corners for Carros. Hits it into left. That'll be caught, but should score the run. We've cut their lead to 4. Listen, we can pick our way at this. I just said pick away, but I went with pick our way. Doing great. All right, Correa's coming in. Horrendous start from Taj Bradley. He should be ashamed. I say that only half jokingly. Yeah, the problem is all of my I guess Early's at 88, but he just pitched yesterday. Please get Bart. Please, please, please. Thank you. That was a full count to do it. I'm going to let him face Mickey Moniak, and then that's it. Gets him to pop up. All right. Good work from Correa. Getting me 2 innings. He does not have the best stamina, it must be said. Solo shot from Estrella. Cut the lead to 3. We're chipping away, folks. Crawford flies out. Man, he's looked bad, hasn't he? He has looked quite bad. I think my immense struggle trying to find consistent backup outfielders can be traced back to the fact that I traded away Emmanuel Rodriguez. But in my defense, the Phillies barely used them too. All right, Nazir White for the 6th. I have faith in him. Wow. Yeah, so they scored 3. Nazir White has now. So his ERA was a 1.64. And then since the Pirates series, he's given up 2, 2, 2, and now 3. Is that bad? That feels bad. And he walks Joey Bart there. All right, Gerst. Good luck, buddy. Good man. Willie Estrella, a 2 home run day, 4 hits for the lad. Very good. 2 hits, 2 singles. He's a simple man. All right, all right, Gerst, give me the 8th, buddy. Thank you very much. You're a good soul. I'm going to let Keckering take this, even though it's a non-save situation. I also just want to get him innings. Yeah, that sucked. I mean, Taj Bradley gave up 8. Nazir White gave up 3. He has been quite terrible in the past couple weeks. But hey, Estrella had 2 home runs. That's pretty nice. Well, we split the series, which for us at least means we're still atop the division. However, good Lord. All right, a much needed day off. We love to see it. International Complex Promotions. Lantigua gets Player of the Week in AAA. So we are going to have to come to a point where, like, do we just call up Lantigua? In AAA, they played him in its center. He's clearly not a center fielder. But in terms of his bat profile, like if I compare him to, say, Jacob McCombs, pretty similar. I mean, McCombs has much better avoid Ks. However, Lantigua, very good against lefties. So that would have to be a sort of platoon situation. Justin Crawford is similar sort of thing. So that might be something to keep an eye on if, knock on wood, we have an injury. All right, let's play game 1 of this Tiger series with Shane Baz on the mound. I think I'm pretty much just going to roll the starters out. Jet Williams is fully healthy again, which is lovely. And I'm going to I think I'll give Sergio Jimenez the day off. Trey Morgan can DH. How did he do last game? 0 for 5 with 2 Ks. Odds are he's not going to do worse. The odds are good, at least. All right, Culpepper is on second for Keishel. Let's go. And he pops it up. Not deep enough to move Culpepper either. And then back-to-back Ks. Fair enough. There we go. Come on, Luke. And he struck out. Ay, 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 ay. You got this, Shane. Uh-oh. Kerry Carpenter's on third for Torque. who hits it into center. So Tigers are on the board first. Quite rude that. McGonagall hits it to second. Second for one. First for two. Very good, very good. Nothing for us in the fifth. Our offense is getting torched. Oh. Starting to have some struggles here from Boz. Torque hits it to first. They go second for one. Back to first for two. He's perfectly fine. Sit your ass down, David Lumpkins. And Trey Morgan goes down swinging. They went to their bullpen. Estrella immediately gets a hit. Diaz hits it up to center. That's not going to help anyone. All right, Jet. And they picked him off. You mad lad. All right, we're going to get Yandere warming up. Walks McGonagall. I'll let him face Ryan Ritter. There we go. Diaz throws out McGonagall. Very good, sir. He does K. Ritter. All right, let's say give him face Kyle Stowers. Come on. Grounder to first. Keisha with the relay. Easily done. Beautiful outing from Shane Boz that our offense is just completely wasting. 2 men aboard for Gonzalez, and he strikes out. I'm going to punt this dude into the sun. All right, Yandere is going to take over bottom of the eighth. Clean as a whistle. All right. Walker Jenkins is up first. They're going Tyler Holton. Gets Walker swinging. Lefty splits. Trey Morgan has been decrepit. So we're going to give Jimenez the bat. See if he can get a solo home run to tie this thing up. Instead, he struck out. As did Estrella. We lose 1-0. Man, we had 4 hits, 1 walk, 14 Ks. Gonzalez and Jenkins, who are probably our best 2 hitters, went a combined 0 for 4 with 6 Ks. That's obnoxious. And it's a shame because Shane Boz, I mean, listen, he's signed to this big contract, been kind of up and down. I don't know. That might be the best start he ever has in a Twins uniform, and we lost the game. Pretty sad when you put it like that. We're going to sim game 2 with Mason Molina on the mound. And we win it 6-5 in extra innings. Sergio Jimenez with 3 hits, including a home run in there. Yanier Diaz, 5 for 5 on the day. Fair enough, sir. That'll do. That boosted his slug from a 495 to a 531. Fair enough. And we signed him literally off the street. McCombs went 0 for 5. I think he is officially cooled way off. Man, I mean, Molina did pretty good. Correa got blown up. He allowed 2 walks and a hit. He scored 2. Not great from him. Rojas pitch on back-to-back days. Always fun. Yay, Nazir White had a clean outing. We love to see it. Happy with that. Culpepper has been caught stealing 6 times, by the way, this season. We'll choose to ignore it. The man had 5 hits. Okay, there we go. I was like, where's my little inbox note? Hey, AJ Hinch is still the manager for the Tigers. If AJ Hinch is still the manager for the Tigers in 2031, I will be such a happy man and also be very amazed. I would kill a man for this. I really would. I do think AJ Hinch is one of the best managers in baseball. It is just very unfortunate that the platooning that the Tigers love to do is very unfortunate to watch. But alas. Yeah, I mean, listen, if Yernier Diaz hits really well, I think he's just going to stay our catcher. Realistically, we're not going to trade him. Like, no one really would take him. And he's not going to re sign after this year. So he's here until the wheels fall off, pretty much. All right, let's play the rubber match against the Tigers. They got Nick Pivetta. I got Jared Jones. I am going to start Justin Crawford in place of McCombs. That will be that. Jared Jones is hot, which means he's inevitably going to give up 4 runs today. Oh, no. Don't be bad. Don't be bad. Don't be bad. Oh, 1 week. Okay. Okay. He's out a week. I mean, that's an IL stint, but it could have been a lot worse. Oh, man. All right. So Kyle Karras is going to take over, and I'm essentially just going to move my middle infield. Walker hits it deep to right and gone. 2-run shot for our left fielder, his 7th on the season. Jimenez gets aboard also. Y'all, Sergio Jimenez is like the truth. I love it. Estrella grounds out to end the inning. All right, so defensively, we're going to look a little awkward, but Carlos is going to take over at second. Jet is going to go to short. Because realistically, like, I need to keep Estrella at third. Like, he's a bad defensive third baseman. He would be a terrible defensive second baseman. So Carlos is going to take over that spot. We don't really have a backup shortstop, so AAA we will be calling. Oh, and Kyle Carros has a foot contusion. He's out for 2 weeks. We're dropping like flies today. Okay, so yeah, it has to be Trey Morgan. So Trey Morgan is going to go to first. Luke Keishel's going to go to second. I'm officially out of infielders. So if anything else happens, we are in deep trouble. Also, because of how that worked, Kyle Carlos never got an at bat, which is kind of funny. Solo shot Walker Jenkins is second on the day. Jimenez swings at a bad pitch. Estrella swung at a good one. What are you going to do, Jet? Answer. He will get aboard off an infield single, and I will run on Dylan Dingler because I am not afraid. In real life, I would be very afraid, but this game does not rate Dylan Dingler that highly. Is that gone? It is indeed Leo Bernal with a 2-run shot. His second on the year. Very happy with him. Listen, he has a 301 slot. He is just such a bad catcher. It's fine. I shouldn't say that. He's not a bad catcher. He is a bad hitter who is not good enough defensively, really, to justify the playing time that he has kind of fallen into. All right, Crawford with the steal. Trey Morgan walks. Keishel grounds out to first. I'm going to need to find 2 infielders in AAA somewhere. I think it might be time for Sergio Jimenez. I think that just might be where we're at. So far, Jared Jones is having a pretty good outing. A 2-run shot. Justin Crawford? Fair enough, sir. I think since the lead is so big, I'm personally in the camp that then you let your starter go a little bit to save the bullpen. But realistically, I mean, he's not going more than 6 innings anyway. Morgan makes it to third. We're okay. Gonzalez flies out to right. All right, Jared. And he gets me the sixth. That'll be it for him. I think Early's going to get us 2 innings, and then Woolers for the ninth. Jenkins grounds out. Jimenez hits it deep to left. That is down at the wall. Should be a pretty easy double for the man. Indeed it is. All right, Estrella. There we go. A laser into the left corner. Jimenez will score. 8-0 ball game. I'm a little. Oh, no. Now Jimenez is hurt. Quit injuring my players. You rats. That's, yeah. We've had 3 players injured in this game. Thank God we're winning it. Imagine if we lose the game. Like, that would be quite depressing as Bernal gets it down. Very good from him. Estrella makes it to third. Come on, Crawford. What more do you got in you, buddy? Answer, a hard ground out second. All right, so Conley Early is going to take over 6 shutout innings from Jared Jones, and Conley Early immediately gives up a run because that's just how we roll. Okay, Jimenez did come up. Yanyer Diaz, you're coming in as a pinch hitter, and he grounds out to the pitcher. Come on, Conley. Carpenter hits it deep to left. That is down at the wall. Second run scores. A triple? You're telling me with a straight face, Kerry Carpenter with his permanently injured hamstrings gets a triple, and now Torque gets aboard. Strikes out Mattingly. Is this Don Mattingly's son? Answer no. Well, actually, it would be grandson at this point. More like nephew, you know what I'm saying? All right, Woolers is going to come in for the ninth. Gets it done. I mean, good news is we won the ball game. Bad news is Kalen Culpepper, Kyle Carros, and Sergio Jimenez all picked up injuries. Goodness gracious me. Jared Jones, beautiful start. Conley Early got popped for 3 runs. All right, let's figure out this injury situation. So, Jimenez, I'm going to have him hit through it. The fact that it could be a 2-week knee injury is a bit scary. But I mean, he's hitting the ball great. That's just what we're doing. Kyle Carros is going on the IL, as is Culpepper. Looks like Culpepper will be back first. Unless because that was, yeah, Carlos was 2 weeks. So, all right, I need 2 infielders from AAA. One of them is Jesse Gonzalez. Let's just make that abundantly clear. He has not been great in AAA this season, but like the bat is the bat. We just kind of need to see it. So what we're going to do in the meantime, as I need a shortstop and someone to play second. In the meantime, we're going to have Luke Keishel slide over to second. Jet Williams is how's Keishel done in the leadoff role? He's done about the same. I think we're going to experiment a bit with Luke Keishel in the leadoff role. Trey Morgan is going to take over at first base. And then Jet Williams is going to be our shortstop. And then back up middle infield, I think it Y is Breckheimer in double A. Game. We don't have that many guys in the AAA bullpen. No, we don't. What are you doing? Like Breckheimer needs to be in AAA. I'm quite annoyed that that happened. I think I mean, first we need to. God, we are running out of infielders, aren't we? Joey Cano is gonna get called up to AAA. That'll replace that. And then I think it's either we call up Quentin Young to see if the power is real, but I think the more correct solution is either Juan Matthews or Merrick Houston. Merrick Houston would just be for the defense. It is only for a week. Let's call up Merrick Houston, and he'll be our backup second baseman and shortstop and third baseman. Really, where's the AI been playing him in AAA? Both. Yeah, he can do all of that. And then Jesse Gonzalez can be our backup first base and DH. And he will also be our pinch hitter. And Merrick Houston will be our pinch runner. Yeah. Actually, no, Justin Crawford will be. What am I saying? All right, let's copy that depth chart and the lineup and just paste it over. So we are getting worse defensively. There's no way around that. Like Luke Keishel is not a good defensive second baseman. However, like I need someone to play short, and it's either Jet Williams or Merrick Houston. And no disrespect to Merrick, but I saw what he did in the major leagues last year. So I think that's the move. We're gonna have Morgan at first, Keishel at second, Williams at short, Estrella stays at third. Jesse Gonzalez can come in and kind of take Trey Morgan's role essentially. He was our first round pick in 2029. We started him in double A, did really well there, decent enough to start next season, but triple A, he kind of has hit a wall this year. So hopefully this is enough to get him out of it. Mojica, 3 home runs. My God, he's electric in double A. Yep. Here's a question. If I compare him to Sergio Jimenez, potential wise, Mojica is even better. What about defensively? Yeah, defensively, Mojica is better. I think Mojica is our future right fielder, which does create a sort of awkward place with Gabe Gonzalez. In real life, Gonzalez is playing first base in AAA, or might be double A for the Twins. I think it's AAA. So yeah, Merrick Houston, Jesse Gonzalez. Jesse's going to make his MLB debut. Merrick Houston just his season debut back with the team. All right, I think we're out of people on the scouting task list. We are. Let's look at the draft really quick. So I had, let me clear the filter. So I had them scout everyone with a 50 potential and above, and that produced this. We're just going to run back the exact same scout. But yeah, it looks like there's a handful of 80 potential guys, which is good, but not that many in the 60 to 70 range. which is a little terrifying. Hey, how good can you play center field? 65 range, he can maybe do the job. So, but we pick when 17. Yeah, we pick 17. So realistically, a lot of these guys are going to be gone. It's just about finding who is more superior. But this is such a thin got class of people with 51 or 50 potential or higher. It's kind of crazy. All right, let's play the opener against the Cardinals. And then we're going to have Jesse Gonzalez get the start. Trey Morgan can DH just to give Jimenez a day off since he got injured yesterday. Good man from John Klein. I skipped Jesse Gonzalez's first MLB at bat. No. Willie Estrella with a 2-run shot. Folks, he's looking good. He is looking good. 2 men are aboard. Jesse Gonzalez, swing and a miss. No such luck there. All right, runners at the corners. Estrella strikes out looking. Diaz swung. But the end result is the same. John is kind of laboring, but here's Gonzalez up again. Hits it up into center. That is not deep enough to score McCombs, unfortunately. But alas. Oh boy. Come on, John. Bunt. I'll take the out. Kind of sucks that we lose the force, but whatever. There we go. Varsho lines out. Can he get Pauly to end the outing? Hits it into left. Walker is there. Very good from John Klein thus far. All right. Walker's on second for Trey, who promptly strikes out. Estrella goes down as well. Diaz. Knew when he grounds out, but at least he hit the ball. That was also a dope side cam view, we're being honest. All right. 2 men are aboard, 1 out. That'll be it. We're going to go to Lumpkins, who has been hurt. Neat. Yeah, we're going to go David Gerst. Did I not just sub him in? Did I click no by accident? That has happened before. All right, there we go. He strands them both. Can he get the 7th? He can. All I got is Brennan Woolers, though, in terms of more bodies. Estrella hits it deep into left and gone. The number 1 prospect in baseball. Red hot. I should say he's number 1 on our team. He's like 17 in baseball. But saying number 1 in baseball just sounds better, doesn't it? And Jet Williams grounds out to go 0 for 4. At what point do I just start Merrick Houston instead of him? All right. And then, yeah, him and Brennan are just going to have to combine for the last 6 outs here. I think the plan is simple. Gerst can get me 2. Brennan can get me 4. We are A-OK. All right, he got Jordan Walker. All right, that'll be it for, actually, Mr. Rodriguez. You are better against lefties. They're good against everyone. I'll leave Gerst in to get him. Got him to pop up. Very good. Landon Gerst is pitching pretty well so far this year. We'll do a pinch hit here. Justin Crawford can take the bat. And he grounds out. Fair enough. But Jesse Gonzalez will get 1 more AB, which is fun. And Keishel gets it down. Let's go. All right, Jesse. To avoid going 0 for 5 in his MLB debut, hits it up to the catcher, and they get the fielder's choice. So unfortunately, He goes 0 for 5. But can he get a steal? All right, relax. He does indeed. Jesse gets the steal. I don't think that's necessarily something you save the baseball for, but Gonzalez gets it down. The throw is not in time and cut off. Wasted throw also because Gonzalez took second. Now he is on third. All right, we're going to get Brennan warming back up. Jenkins hits it up to left. No such luck there. All right, Crawford will just take over at center. Brennan Vullers will pitch. You got this, Brennan. Clean-ish. We get the win, 6-0. Willie Estrella with 5 of the RBIs. Trey Morgan, Luke Keeschel, both with 3 hits apiece. Very good serves. Jesse Gonzalez unfortunately goes 0 for 5 in his MLB debut, but what can you do? Lumpkin's injury is just like a today thing, so we're all good there. All right, let's sim game 2 with Taj Bradley on the mound. We win it 4-3. Happy with that. Looks like Walker Jenkins got the day off. Estrella was caught stealing, very sad. Gerst gave up a run, but that's because the AI pitched him in back-to-back days like numbskulls. It's an industry term, by the way, numbskull. Marcelo Meyer is hurt. This could be an opportunity for Estrella to pick up some, make up some ground in the All-Star race here. All right, we are gonna have Jet Williams can get the day off. Merrick Houston's gonna make his season debut. McCombs, I gotta be honest, dude. You just gotta hit. Like we're just at the point where either you can do it or you don't. Runners at the corners. Estrella, he's on a tear. No such luck as he pops up. I mean, if you want to walk McCombs, I am never going to stop you. And they do. All right, bases loaded. Bernal getting the start for Diaz today. Hits it into right. That is caught. Will score Jenkins from third. So we are on the board. And Jimenez took third on that. Very good. And Merrick Houston grounds out. But hey, let the record show at 1 point we had the lead. Nothing in the third. Leo Bernal, a nice little RBI double. Look at him go. And Merrick Houston grounds out again. It's fine. He's only here for a week. Actually, yeah, because Carlos is going to come back second. So Merrick Houston will go down when Culpepper is healthy again. Gonzalez, men at the corners. He swings and promptly hits into a double play. So no RBI for him, but we do get the run. I'll take that. Walker walks. The amount of pickoffs that have happened today. Pretty easy steal. No such luck. All right, Shane is at 82 pitches, so this will probably be the last inning of work for him no matter what. He gets it done, though. Very good start from him. 2 men are aboard. Come on, Merrick. Do something. Hits it into left. Down in front of the left fielder. Finelli took like a long angle, and then it ended up in front of him anyway. Wow, pitch scores a run. We take those. Keeschel hits it to short. They go to home. Ow. It's a bit rude, that. And Craig rounds out to end the inning. But we get an insurance run. Really good outing from Shane Boz. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 8 Ks to his name. Sergio strikes out looking. Come on, Estrella. Not a good day from the two rookies, but here we are. Yeah, and then good man. So who do I want to go for the save? Probably Nazir White. I know Rojas has 3 already, but he has not pitched well this season, though Nazir hasn't done well recently. So really, what's the opposite of being spoilt for choice? Just screwed. And Houston grounds out to end that. All right. So we're going to bring on Nazir White for the save. Gets it done. His first save of his career. First save of his career because he did not get any last season. Okay day from the bats, if we're being honest. I mean, 4 runs, but 2 of them were off of wild pitches. Just kind of funny. Only 3 Ks, though, so we made him work for it. Really good outing from Shane Boz. He has been such a good free agent signing for us. I know year 1 was a little shaky, but he's been really good as of late. For essentially the last calendar year almost. All right. Yeah, there's still almost everyone on the scouting task list. All right, we're gonna sim game 1 of the Rangers series with Mason Molina on the mound. We win it 6-4. Not a great outing from Molina. He allows 4 runs, 5 2/3, but Rojas, Gurst with the holds, Keckering with the save. Sergio Jimenez another home run. Estrella with another. Hey, McCombs. Good man. Good man. Now that I'm thinking about him, how is Emmanuel Rodriguez doing? Yeah, he's really just bouncing between there and Philly. I think if he had slightly, like if his contact was a 50, I think it'd have been playable. But he just has not had much success in the majors, really, wherever he's been. How many? So in 3 years, the Phillies have given him about 180 ABs. I gave him a bajillion more than that. Yeah, not great. I mean, the man's OPS was a 481 the year before we traded him. Like, what do you want from me at that point? Power rankings, we are back up to number 1. I like how I have it set to where I only get the power ranking update if we're number 1. For anything else, don't worry about it. Let's sim game 2. I'm feeling good about this game. Oh, I should not have been. We lose 5-2. Jared Jones gets popped. Conley early gets popped. That is raised his ERA by a whole point. Correa gave up 2 runs, 1 earned. Ouch. Pretty painful. Sergio Jimenez with 2 home runs, and he is not considered an all-star. Let's just examine that factoid. Oh, his on base is a 319. What the hell? His slugging is a 551, and he has 20 home runs on the season. Bless. We have a random day off in the middle of the series. I'm not going to question it, though I feel like I should. All right, let's play game 3. John Klein on the mound. Sergio, 3 more days on his injury. I'm going to give Trey Morgan the day off. Jesse Gonzalez, come on down. And then I know I still have the platoon, but I'm going to have Yanyer take over. Estrella did have the error. He's up to 2 in 20 games. That's what, 16 in a full 162? Not great, it must be said. That's kind of just where we're at. All right. Luke Keishel, get us started. And he takes a walk. Jesse Gonzalez still searching for that first MLB hit. Will it come here as he hits it into center? No such luck. Swing and a miss from Gabe. Sadness. Despair. As we strand a man. Uh-oh. They didn't strand theirs. 2-0 Rangers as Jet Williams flies out. Nothing for us offensively whatsoever. Yanyer Diaz with a solo shot. Yeah, I think the decision to sign him over Shea Langoliers was very good. There we go. Jet Williams solo shot, back-to-back home runs, tie ball game. Especially because, like, Shea wanted, what was it, like $4 million? Yanyer Diaz we got for the vet minimum. Like, come on. That's out of here. Hey, Luke Keishel. He's up to 5 home runs on the season, which is more or less kind of what he's at. He's a little low, maybe. Come on, Jesse. Hits it into left. That is caught. He keeps hitting these balls insanely hard into the outfield, and they all keep getting caught. It's very sad. Gabriel Gonzalez with a home run. That's 4 home runs in 1 inning for our Twins team as the Rangers go to the bullpen with Chris Bubich, who promptly gives up a line drive single. We love those. I love those so much. As Sergio strikes out, not his day so far. All right, John, can you give me the 5th? Good man. Then, yeah, we'll get Nazir White going. 2 men on. And Jet Williams strikes out looking. McCombs strikes out swinging. And Luke Keishel pops up. Man, we had runners at the corners, no outs. You rats. I am going to make 1 defensive sub. Merrick Houston's going to take over at short. Just gives me a defensive upgrade, and I'll take that. Nazir White's going to come in for the 6th. Clean inning of work. Come on, Jesse. Hits it into left again, but it's caught. All right, Gabe is on second. Sergio hits it into center. That is down. The throw is not in time. Very good there. Willie Estrella pops up to end the fun. All right, Nazir, can you give me the 7th? All right. Oh boy, this might be a bit ambitious. McCombs is there, right? Yeah. Oh, they're running on him, and he throws it to the cutoff man instead of the base. That's my center fielder. All right, that'll be it for Nazir, though. We'll bring in Vullers. Come on. Get Trevor Condon. And he does. Gets him to pop up. He has grounds out. Merrick Houston getting it at bat. Strikes out. Fair enough. And McCombs grounds out. All right, Woolers, you got to give me the eighth, buddy. And he does. We'll bring on Orion. Even though he's not going to be a save situation, but I don't want to burn two out of my three middle relievers and both setup men in this game. All right, Jesse, come on, buddy. Hits it to second, the throw in time. He's going to get that first MLB hit. It'll happen, damn it, as Gonzalez gets aboard. Very good, very good. We are going to pinch run for Gabe at first and have Justin Crawford steal. All right, and he gets thrown out. Fair enough. The man has killer speed, and yet, they call that a passed ball. Fair. Walker Jenkins takes the walk. And Jimenez grounds out to end the dream. All right, Justin Crawford, he's going to play right field for like the first time ever. Don't worry about it. And we get the win and an achievement, power hitting 4 home runs in 1 inning, which is just kind of crazy. What a fun little fifth that was. Yep. Okay from John Klein. I think, as I say every episode, my baseline where if you can really only get me 5 innings is I need 1 or 0 runs. So, but yeah, I think I'm officially at the point where either John Klein works as a starter or we trade him. Like moving him to the bullpen, I just don't think is worth it, especially with us having both Lumpkins and Early. I think it's kind of a misuse of resources at that point. All right, so we are 43 and 33, 10 games above 500, 3.5 games up on the division. Yeah, we really did come out to an insane lead in the division here. All right, so Culpepper is going to come back in 3 days. Calcaros 2 days after that. So both men will miss the Diamondback series, and we'll get Culpepper back. Cool. All right. Speaking of which, let us play game 1 of the D-back series. I'm going to give Sergio Jimenez a day off and have, I think, Jesse DH. And then I'll flip them in the order pretty simply. All right. Let's rock and roll. Nothing through the first. You got this, Taj. Good man. Mr. Coffee? That can't be his nickname. I will not allow it. Needs to be something else. All right, Jesse Gonzalez. He's hunting that first hit. He's 0 for his first 10. Hits it into left. And it's down. Jesse Gonzalez with his first MLB hit. Congratulations to the man. And the ball gets down in left. Hold on. Yeah, that's our Ryan Campos. Hi, buddy. Oh, Houston waived him last year. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he was our starting catcher in 2029 and was like fine. I also had him DH quite a bit, and it looks like Houston waived him effectively on opening day. They gave him one game and he was awesome and they cut him. Then he's been a backup catcher since. They are playing him at catcher, which is bold. I mean, I gave him similar total amounts. All right, Bernal. 3-1 count. He swings, hits it into center, and that is caught. Killing me, Smalls. Williams takes the walk. Lineup flips to Keishel. Hits it into center. That'll drop. Should score 2. The throw, not in time. Pretty good throw, though, if we're being honest. Gray grounds out to end the inning. Uh-oh. Is that Spencer Jones? It is indeed. Wow, he played. Hold on. Wow, he doesn't get in until 2027. And then he gets traded from one. What a confusing. There we go. Gonzalez is on second for Estrella. Gets it into left. That'll fall. Estrella, I don't think will make the All-Star game because he doesn't have many ABs. Byron Buxton. He's still playing. Someone signed him. Fair enough. To a minor league deal with a, I guess, $2.68 million option. And he has been there. Oh, God. They put him at center. They put him in right and left. They put him at first. God, he's been terrible. He should have just retired. Like, 2027 would have been a bit early, but like 2028, last year of his contract, retire. But now, because of that, I re signed him. He sucked. I traded him to Cardinals. He sucked there. Got 135 games. Sucked then. Sucked here. His defense has completely fallen off a cliff. Jesse Gonzalez lines out to right. Even though you technically can't line out to an outfielder. Don't worry about it. Taj, please. Diamondbacks take the lead. Come on, Jesse. Swing and a miss. Escobar walks. Oh, I do not have the bullpen for this, Taj. I am a little worried about Taj Bradley. Like, to be fair, his ERA is a 3.4. Now it's a 3.7. His expected ERA on the season is a 2.48. So there is a level of unluckiness, but I think it's especially just how his stamina has pretty much cratered. Where I don't know how much longer we can count on him to get us these innings. All right, he gets Hope to fly out. So that'll be it for him. All right, runners at the corners for Jet Williams, who lines out to third. Very depressingly. Keishel. No such luck. But it does score McComb. So tie ball game. And that brings up Trey Morgan 0 for 3 on the day. Make that 0 for 4. All right. Thank you, Taj, for giving me 6 innings. They were not his best, though. 4 walks, only 2Ks. Yandere, you just got to give me the inning. Thank you. Everyone's just getting me one. That's how we're going to play this. Estrella's up with a man on second. Pops up. Not much doing there. I'm going to pinch hit for Jesse Gonzalez. We're going to give Sergio Jimenez the bat. And he strikes out. And there goes that. All right. Actually, Yandere, you got this. Cool. That'll help save my bullpen in case this goes into extras. So 2 shutout innings. Very good, sir. We'll bring on Brendan Wohlers for the 8th. Clean as a whistle. And then Gerst for the 9th. Hopefully it can be a save. Mason Miller, oh God. I remember a couple seasons ago when the Padres were just putting him on the trade block for everyone. Is he still on that same contract? No, they gave him a new one. Fair enough. Where'd they trade him to? Or did they? Did they just let him walk? They traded him to the Mets in exchange for Cam Tilley. That is a horrendous return, but okay. Trey Morgan strikes out. 0 for 5 for him. There is a genuine argument that when Culpepper and Caros both come off the IL, I should just trade Trey Morgan and roll with Jesse Gonzalez. But I don't know how in love I am with that idea. All right, Gerst is coming in for bottom of the 9th. Clean as a whistle. How many pitches did he need? 10? Okay. All right, Walker Jenkins is on second. Let's go. Estrella grounds out to the pitcher. Admittedly, that's a good decision not to go to third there. Jimenez walks. I'm going to pinch run for him since he does have that knee injury. I don't want to risk anything. Double steal. I think we do it. They're going. The throw, not in time. Double steal pays off. McCombs hits it to second. On the animation, he's safe. Judge. Oh, he bobbled the throw on the catch. Fires it home. Okay, so the play-by-play info was just wrong. He messed up the catch, allowing the run to score. Swing and a miss from Bernal. Chet walks. Bases loaded for Keishel, who strikes out on 3 pitches. I mean, the Ghost Runner scored, but the Ghost Runner should always score. We really should have gotten more runs there. But I have faith that Landon Gerst can shut the door. As he gets one pop up. Kyle Tucker, swing and a miss. Pete Alonso is the last out. A humble catcher block. Alonso hits it into center. That is down. Ghost Runner will score. All right. Zaire Hope with a chance to walk us off. He does get it down in right. How are we going to let someone with 25 speed go first to third there? How are you going to allow that to happen? Yeah, Beavers gets it down. It was the same damn hit 3 times in a row. Yeah, Gerst just didn't have it there at the end. He was still in the green pitch-wise, so I wasn't going to take him out, but I mean, we had it. Like, there in the top of the 10th, we should have scored at least 2, maybe even 3 runs. But no such luck was had. Oh, Jimmy Welty, he's the really good closer. Doing well in the draft league so far. All right, let us sim game 2 with Shane Baz on the mound. And we lose it again in extras, 2-3. Very sad that. Connolly early gets the loss. Shane Boz does okay. Trey Morgan has an error first. It's fine. All-star voting update. Any more Twins? No. It's kind of sad. All right. Is that everyone on the scouting task list done? Cool. Okay. So now, since has become quickly apparent that, like, there aren't many really, really top guys, I think we're going to have to get pretty creative here. All right. So now I think we're going to go between 40 and 45, which this is going to be like 1,000 people. Yeah, 230. Specifically, let's just do the pitchers first. Oh, was that looking at pitchers before? That's just the max. Okay. How many have 45s? The max. Outfield. Wow. That went from at least 200. Let's see. Why does it say 230 players when I do that? 22. All right. We'll get the scouting report on the batters first. I think the filter may have just not been loading correctly. That's actually exactly what must have been happening. All right, let's play the finale against the Diamondbacks before we'll finally have a healthy infield again. Trey Morgan will get the day off. Keisha will go back to first. Jet will take second and bat second. Merrick Houston will play short, which does make my bench pretty awkward. Yeah, I don't really have any alternatives. So let's rock and roll. Mason Molina on the mound against Ryan Nelson. Clean first inning. Two men are aboard for Mr. Diaz, who promptly hits into a ground out. Not a double play there. And Merrick Houston flies out. Rats. All right, Keishel and Jet are aboard. Come on, Gabe. I suppose Gabby is his actual nickname, not Gabe. That's how he shortens it. I should start calling him that. They get him on the double play, which is quite depressing. No runs, though, in the third. Nothing in the fourth. Mason Molina is holding on for dear life right now. And our offense is getting us nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. And Spencer Jones with a solo shot. Two more men are aboard. The wheels are falling off. Escobar's walked. Oh, this could go ugly, folks. Look away. Oh, look away. Zaire Hope with a grand slam. Well, that start was going really well until it wasn't. Molina had given up 0 runs through 4, and then they hit him for 5 there. Yeah, he's starting to come crashing down to earth a bit. Well, I was hoping he could get me some outs in the 6th, but it does not appear like that'll be happening. The wheels have fallen off, folks. I'm going to leave them out there. That's what I get. That's what I get. I should have pulled him. That's on me. But in my defense, you're a starting pitcher, allegedly. All right, Lumpkins, give me the whole inning. Yeah, good Lord. Well, this game is effectively a wash. Who do I want for the 8th? Nazir White's at 0. We're doing great. We'll do Rojas for the eighth. You just got to give me the outs, dude. Oh my God, Yandere, I don't want to use another bullpen arm in this game. Thank you. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, one, I left Mason Molina in a half inning too long, but if I do that, they win 5-1, you know, instead of 4-1, and I have to use another bullpen arm. Yeah, that sucks. I think the problem with Mason Molina, and that's why, we sent him down the first time in 2029, is in reality, he has one good pitch, and it's his fastball. Because even though his changeup, is a 50, his off speed run value is even worse than his breaking, and his two breaking pitches are worse than the off speed. So he's a guy with one good pitch. Control isn't great. He was never a huge strikeout guy. He is averaging 8.4 though. Yeah, not ideal. Sergio Jimenez had a triple, by the by. The fact that this dude is not in the All-Star game is legitimately upsetting to me. Like, come on now. All right. Well, we are swept by the Diamondbacks in three. Kalen Culpepper is back, so Merrick Houston will be the corresponding move. He'll get sent back down to AAA. How many option years does he have left? One. Okay. And then I don't think Trey Morgan, like, I think I don't want to trade him, but I think unfortunately we're coming up to the point where, like, what is he really getting me? Because when Kyle Carlos comes back in a couple days, it's going to be between him and Jesse Gonzalez. And if I compare the bats, like, sure, Trey, and no, Trey's a better bat than Jesse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, lineup wise, this is pretty simple. Oh, I didn't activate Culpepper. That would help, wouldn't it? So Culpepper takes the leadoff spot back. Jet Williams will return to second, and that is that. This does mean that now we have a pretty poor backup infield situation. So maybe there was an argument that I should have sent Jesse Gonzalez down. But here we are. All right, the LA Dodgers. I am going to play game one. Jared Jones on the mound. And I'm going to give Luke Keeschel a day off. Jesse Gonzalez will take over. Yanyer Diaz will start at catcher in place of Bernal. And they got Yamamoto. I'm scared. Is that Austin Martin? My God, it is. Oh, the Mariners straight up cut him, and then the Dodgers signed him. Yeah. It was really unfortunate that we couldn't get Austin Martin to work. Yeah, we traded him to the Phillies. They couldn't really get him to go either. Pretty sad. I think with his defensive versatility, like, if you can get the bat to play, I think we're really in business. But alas. Uh-oh. Oh, that's what I get for hitting the wrong button. Dodgers are up 4-0 as Jesse grounds out. Gabe Gonzalez hits it into left. That might actually fall. And it does. Home run for our right fielder. Walker strikes out looking. Come on, Jared. Good man. 2 men are aboard now from McCombs. 7 for 38 with runners in scoring position. I hear that's pretty bad. All right. I'm going to see if Jared can get the inning. He's gotten 2. Can he get Volpe? Gabe's there. We're good. All right. Not a great start from Jared. He did give me 6 innings, though, which is slowly becoming a luxury out of my rotation. Conley gets me the 7th, and he allows a run, but he gets through the 8th. So we're going to have Wohlers take over. There we go. Culpepper with a double. Here's Jesse. Grounds out to second. I feel like hindsight 2020. It's only 3 days, so it's not really going to matter that much. I think I should have sent Jesse down and kept Merrick Houston just for the defensive versatility. But alas. All right. Brennan, you get the 9th. He is allowed to run. Sergio Jimenez with a double. Estrella K's. Diaz K's. Wow, pitch. I mean, sure, you want to walk McCombs? I ain't going to stop you. We are going to pinch hit for Jet Williams here and give Luke Keishel the bat. And he hits it up into left. Down in front. Well, at least we're not going quietly. No clue if they got Keishel at second there. They did not. All right, Kalen Culpepper in his first game back from the IL. Grounds out to third. Imagine if he hit a home run there. We could have had something. I mean, yeah, Jared Jones didn't do great, and then both relievers gave up a run. Less than ideal. Whoops. We're still getting our scouts in. How many do we have left? 12. Okay. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Let's sim game 2 with John Klein on the mound. I definitely said that in my mind and then clicked to play the game. All right, we win it 5-4. Keisha with 3 hits, including a home run. Jimenez with home run number 21. Put him in the frickin' All-Star game, you cowards. Ooh, Gerst gave up 3. Not great. Not great. John Klein did pretty good. Juan Correa, he's starting to rebound a little. So Carlos is back, which is good because Willie Estrella is tired. So Jesse Gonzalez will return to AAA. Not great, but he had the hit, and that's all that. He also only struck out 3 times in 15 ABs, or 17, excuse me. Yep. So Carlos will return, and then he is going to get the start at third today with Estrella tired. I believe that is my ingenious plan. We'll have Bernal take over at catcher. Pretty good timing there on the return from injury front. Walker is cold, but like fine. I'll have Justin Crawford get a game. I'll have him about 4th. Let's be bold. Let's be brave, folks. Rubber match against the Dodgers. That's the time to be brave and be bold. 2 men are aboard for the aforementioned Justin Crawford. His presence in the box so good that he forced a wild pitch from Shohei. And then he grounded out on a ball hit so hard, or so slow, I should say, no chance to get the runner at home. Exquisite work. Menez takes the walk. Shohei is at 30 pitches through one, and that gets down in front. Very good from Jet Williams. Carl Caros making his return from the IL. Takes the walk. Shohei is at 36 pitches. Make that 40 as Bernal hits into the fielder's choice. I mean, we only get 2 runs. However, Shohei is cold. What has happened to Shohei? Is he finally hitting a wall? Oh yeah, he's hitting a wall as a pitcher. I think, and I'm never really going to do a Dodgers save on this game because it frankly would be boring. But I think at least for me, when he starts falling off as a pitcher, which looks like in game is like 2031. Wait. Oh, he tore his labrum and missed the whole 2030 season. That's grim. Um, but yeah, I think whenever he hits a wall as a pitcher, I would pull him and just make him a everyday DH. That would be my move, me personally. Combs with a leadoff double to get us started. Culpepper gets it down. McCombs did not run off contact. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. Pretty easy steal there from Culpepper. There we go. Keishel gets it down at the wall. Come on, son. Come on, lad. A triple for him. We love to see it. There we are. 4-0 ball game. Gabe Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Justin Crawford starting in the 4-hole today, which if you had told me that that would have happened when we signed him in free agency, I would have assumed that he became the best hitter ever. And not that, Walker Jenkins just has fallen off a cliff offensively. Quit trying to pick off my guys. Very good there from Crawford. Nice walk there from Sergio. Jet Williams, 2 men on, swinging a miss. Aros into right. It's down off the wall. Are we witnessing greatness here today? I mean, look at us. Bernal. Oh, Shohei's out of the game. We took Shohei out in the 2nd inning. I think that alone deserves a gold star. All right, Taj, you have a 7-0 lead to dance with. Let's see if they want to walk Luke Keishel. And they do. All right. 2 men aboard. Gabe Gonzalez, please. Well, I mean, he hit the ball. I can't be mad. It was a pointless fielder's choice. Justin Crawford into right and gone. Maybe the key to unlocking his bat was just have him bat fourth. You know, like have I considered this? That is pretty funny. I might need to give him more center field reps over McCombs. We'll see. All right, Taj. The lead is 10-0. Just coast. Just like coast. Oh, well, he has allowed 2 back-to-back home runs. It's fine. Let's see if he can get me the 6th. Back to him. The throw in time. Very good, sir. But again, my bullpen isn't the most healthy at the moment. Crawford is aboard. Swing and a miss from Jimenez. Jet Williams. Swing and a miss. He's killing me. All right. I forgot to warm up a pitcher in between innings. That's on me. Pretty decent outing from Taj. David. Thank you. All right. So we'll get probably Nazir and then Woolers, which I don't love conceptually, but that's just kind of where I'm at. Because although we have a day off, so I can use catchering for the 9th, then that's fine. Hit up there from Culpepper, no dice. We'll pinch hit for Luke Keishel. Give Trey Morgan the bat since really he's the only sub I want hitting today. And he struck out. Why do I not start? He complains to me. All right. Nazir for the 8th. Buddy, just get the outs. Thank you. And then I know it's an 8-run ball game. Could potentially be more here as Crawford's on second once again. Ted Williams gets it down. That's going to be 11. And again, I can't stress enough, this started with Shohei. Oh boy, maybe this marks the end of Shohei as a starter. All right, Keckering, buddy, you have a 9-run cushion. I believe in you. Good man. God, our bullpen's whips are insane. I mean, 4 steals on the day, 12 hits, 11 runs, 6 walks. Beautiful. Yeah, and we kicked Shohei out in the 2nd inning. Hunter Green. Okay, so the White Sox signed Hunter Green as a starter. He did not do very good. They traded him to the Diamondbacks where he was, or Diamondbacks, the Dodgers where he was much better. Then this year they're having him as a reliever or a starter. Criminal. Embarrassment of riches, dare I say. All right, but hey, we beat the Dodgers in the series. I will take that any day of the week. Andy Bobo looks pretty good. I think just the issue I'm going to run into with Bobo is I have a lot of AA and AAA outfielders with his offensive profile, and he has a very bad personality. So he's probably a guy we're just going to have to trade rather than promote at a certain point. All right, let's sim through the off day. Where are we at with the scout list? Mid-season review goals. I do not have time to talk to you. Everyone's contract is expiring. Bench coach, I would like to keep. He's been here the entirety of save. He has a good relationship with everyone I care about. The only unfortunate average one is Culpepper, but that's okay. How much does he want? 1 million. Sure. He essentially has gotten a $300,000 raise every 3 years. Scouting director Granger, him we need to keep. Like, he is very, very good. He wants a lot of money, but I mean, come on. His player evaluation stats I care about much less. Larkin, first base coach, relationships are good. That's all I really care about. He barely wants any more money, just kind of funny. He also, I think, is my training role guy. Yeah, because he has good training for there. Borrego. Borrego, I'm not so sure about. He has a fair relationship with Walker Jenkins, arguably one of our best players, and Sergio Jimenez, our young star. Average relationship with Keishel isn't great. I think I'll get back about Borrego. The prospect list updated. Eddie Molina, who was a scouting discovery last season by the AI, is up to number 6, which is kind of insane. Should add him to the prospect list, probably. That seems like a smart thing to do. He's probably a bullpen guy full time because that stamina is going to drop, but for now, he can be a starter. Uh, oh, Mojica's up there. So that means we lost Duggar. I don't know why I just tried to find a report instead of prospect pipeline. That means Duggar dropped. Ow, he dropped a 21. He was 5. I mean, performance wise in rookie ball, he's doing perfectly fine. However, yeah, that last scouting report sucked. I mean, his potential stuff went from a 75 to a 55. His stamina also dropped to a 50. I think if slash when he gets closer to the majors, we need to work on his control. But hey, performance wise in rookie ball, he's doing fine. So with him dropping out, Molina is 6, Mojica is 9, Estrella's 13. Duggar's 21, Willers is 40. That's only top 10. Wyland Moss, that means also dropped out of the top 100, which is probably just because he's been in AAA so long. I think he's getting close to a call up, but I mean, right now he is a bad major league player. So that's my worry. He could become a long reliever. He does only have 50 stamina, but I'm more happy with my bullpen long term than I am my rotation. Because there's a non-zero chance that like we trade Shane Baz, and we won't. Mason Molina probably isn't going to be in the rotation next year. Jared Jones may not be, especially if he, regresses again. Taj Bradley is just fighting for his life right now. How many years does he have left? One more, and then the team option. All right. Anywho, we have the Rockies. I'm gonna do something I don't typically do often. I'm just gonna sim the whole series and come what may. We win game one, 7-3. Jenkins with a home run. Yanyer with 2 hits. Man, there's like a non-zero chance that Yanyer Diaz finishes with the best like season worth of stats we've ever had at a catcher, which is gonna be tough because Rushman had a really good year one for us. Shane Baz gave up 3. Rojas, Gerst, Keckering with a 1-out save. Why? Oh, did he get hurt? No. Why? Why did the AI pull Gerst after 9 pitches then? And they were like, hey, actually, we want Keckering to get the save, so they bring him in for 1 out. The AI can be silly sometimes. Oh, well, that sucks. Walker's out for a week, and that's definitely an IL stint. Uh, I mean, the simplest solution is we recall Mendez. I think that's the easiest. Lantigua, I think it's Lantigua. Call him up. Welcome to the majors. But now the question becomes, do I, because McCombs, I think, has played well enough that he should keep playing, but he's a tragic center fielder. So like McCombs is going to switch to left, And effectively, everyone is going to move up one place in the lineup. And center field, I am quite wary, but I think Justin Crawford is going to get it. And then Lantigua can just be a backup for us. The depth chart looks hideous. I need to fix it, but I think that's where we're at starting wise. Okay, depth chart. So Trey Morgan back at first baseman. How's Karros been at second? Not great. 2.6 range is pretty low, but regardless, he's our backup guy there. Backup third. Chet Williams backup at short. Lantigua backup center fielder. DH is still Trey Morgan. How's Lantigua's speed? Not great. I think I'd rather have him as our pinch runner than Karros, though. Okay, we will copy that. Paste it against lefties. Has there been anyone that's crushed lefties that I just don't have in the lineup? Nope. God, we're bad against lefties. We have 3 players with an OPS above 715, though granted, Estrella is slugging against lefties, but he's just not getting on base. Yeah, our on base numbers are pretty bad. Our slugging numbers are all right. All right. So Lantigua is going to make his MLB debut. I'm a little scared. All right. So anyway, we won 6-2. We'll take that. McCombs had a homer, which I saw. Pretty good from Molina. Correa gave up a run. Gerst gets the save. So Gerst can't get the save here. The AI pulls him, but they let him pitch 2 innings for the save there. Fair enough. Good bounce back start from Molina. I do think, though, I'm more likely to trade him than anything else. Maybe not. You never know. All right. Where are we at? Oh yeah, let me sim the finale here, and then I'll check. Voting update. Surely. Dog. Let's compare stats really quick, shall we? Come on. Like, Torque has 4 more plate appearances, 22 less hits, 4 less doubles, 3 less homers, 6 less RBIs, 20 less runs. He's also struck out 15 more times. What are we doing? What are we doing? And it's not even that Sergio is his position is a right fielder. Torque's is first base. What are we doing? That's actually upsetting. Like, Sergio Jimenez not being an all-star right now is blasphemy. The man has 21 home runs. Give me the stats. Just in the American League. That's all I care about. Come on. He's first in RBIs, third in home runs, fifth in total ABs, fourth in hits, second in run. How is he not an all-star? I have questions. I have many questions. But anyway, let's sim the finale against the Rockies. Try to go for the sweep, and we get it done. 5-1 victory. Crawford with a home run. Okay. Okay, Justin. Very happy with that. Jared Jones pitches 5 and a 2 1 inning. I'll take that. Nazir White 2 1/3. Thank God he is. Listen, folks, there was a stretch at the beginning of the stream where he was giving up 2 to 3 runs every outing. He's given up 0 since then. I like it. All right. Let me save before I forget. That could be bad. And then let's look back at some of our scouted players because the task list, yeah, it's done. Sweet. All right. Whoops. I can click the right buttons. All right, let's clear the filters. So at this point, I think I'm just going to focus on the above average potential guys. Maybe an average because there's not many of them. Like, this is the list of 50 plus potential players. And it is admittedly pretty sad list, like 30 players total. So if the draft goes chalk, we're going to get one. Look at those, which is kind of funny. Has anyone signed Jacob Young yet? No. I feel a little bad because defensively he's just still tip top shape, but the bat was completely non existent. And yet he still gave me, nearly 6 WAR in 2 seasons based on the defense alone, because that's how good it was. But alas. All right, we have the Houston Astros on the road. Let's give Lantigua a start. McCombs can sit. Lantigua, how's he been at center? If I remember looking correctly, he was poor in triple A, please. Yeah, he's not great. So we're gonna have Lantigua take left, Crawford in center, and I'll let Estrella hit. I'm letting Estrella hit more or less until he starts regressing, and then we can play Kyle Cars a bit more. That's my official stance. Oh, they've scored 2 already. Not great. Lantigua with a double in his MLB debut. I feel bad. I clicked the button and missed it. That's on me. That is indeed on me. 2 men are aboard for Kalen Culpepper, who walks. Bases loaded. Luke Keishel hits it to third. He might beat that out. He does not. That didn't even look close. They have Cam Smith at third. Chase Young at first. What kind of madness? All right, John, you got this. Good man. So they got Cam Smith at third, which, I mean, fair enough. They've kind of been playing him everywhere, mainly DH. They got Chase Young at first. Oh, I'm looking at minor league still. They've also played him. Oh, they just signed him to a minor league free agent contract, then called him up late last month. That's kind of funny. Clean through 4. Our offense is doing nothing. Oh. John, I believe in you. That's going to be caught before the wall, right? Indeed. All right. Go into the 7th. 2 men are aboard. Lantigua, he has 1 double already. Swing and a miss. All right. Conley early will come in. Really good outing from John Klein. Connolly. Thank you. If we score a run, I'm going Correa. If not, I'm going to let Conley early take it. Catcher's interference is called. You don't see that often in this game. All right. And they hit Culpepper, who thankfully is not hurt. I am going to go for the double steal. I accept that Jonathan King has a catcher arm of 70 and is thrown out 30% of runners. I accept this to be true. However, these are two of my quickest guys. We're going for it. Crawford has doubts. I take this as a sign. I'm going to let Keishel hit. Hits it back to the pitcher. They go to 2 for that. I should have done the double steal. I have regrets. And Gonzalez gets a board off the error. Well, I don't know if he was going home there, so they might have called it a fielder's choice plus error. Menez lines out. Come on, Estrella. Hits it into left. That might have the distance. It did not. Just so we're all on the same page. It did not. I lied. I'm gonna have Correa just come in since Early's already on 24 pitches. And then get Keckering up for the 9th no matter what. Diaz against his former team gets it down. Because he's been on the Astros the entirety of the save. Until this season, obviously, when we signed him. Jet Williams? Nope. Why couldn't those Crawford boxes just be a little bit further forward? Lantigua walks. Crawford hits it deep into right. That's down in the corner. That'll score Diaz, definitely. All right, 3-2 ball game. Culpepper into left. Caught. Not Luke Keishel's day. He went 0 for 5. All right, we're going to go Keckering for the save. I'm just going to hit half inning. I'm confident. I should not have been. We're going to extras. Lumpkins is going to get it. Dang it, Keckering. He had 0 blown saves last season up until September. Which, when you say it out loud for a closer, that is insane. He's just been much worse this year. And Estrella hit into a double play. Well, you know what, Keckering? You got us into this. As if you need to steal third there. Is it deep enough to score him? It is not. All right, Lumpkins is going to come in to face Langford. Gets him swinging. That's huge. Jonathan King, who is not a good offensive catcher, strikes out looking. We're going to the 11th. Is it? Yes. I'm going to have Caros pinch run for Estrella. Fly out center. Jet Williams hits it into left. That's going to get down. Caros did not go on contact, which seems to be a thing in this game. Lantigua hits it high and deep into left. Caught at the wall. Caros scores. We have the lead. May only be momentarily, but for now we have the lead. Crawford hits it up into right. Caught. All right. Carlos will take over at third. And then Lumpkins is going to get this. Swing and a miss there. Rodin hits the chopper to third. Caros good defensively, but he decides not to throw. Josh Young, I believe. Hits into a double play. That's your ball game. It was Jace. I corrected myself. We win 4-3. Keckering, I mean, listen, he's still been really good, but like he had probably the best season a closer's ever had for me last season, so it's gonna be pretty hard to keep up with that. We only had 5 hits the whole game, which is kind of sad. But hey, we got the win. Jet Williams had 2 errors at second base. I did not expect him to be so bad at second base. Like the man is a negative 5.5 zone rating. There's a genuine argument I should trade him. Like you could make the case because defensively at second, he's very bad. Offensively, we're not getting much out of him. Like he's not walking as much. He's striking out every so often. I don't know. That might be a move we make. I will think on it. We are going to sim game 2 with Taj Bradley on the mound. And then the calendar will flip to July, everyone's favorite month in baseball. We lost. Riley Quick got worse again. Man, like, I can't describe how good he looked when we signed him. I cannot describe that. And he's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Braden Krenzel, #1 pitcher in high A. Yep. All right, he can go up to AA now. Because I moved him back down to AAA last season because some of his underlying numbers were, or excuse me, I moved him down from AA after last season because, I mean, 1.5 home runs, 3.2 walks, 6.5 Ks. He's been doing pretty good, though, in high A. He might still struggle in AA, but like at this point, he's 25 years old. So we kind of need to see it. We lost 3-4. Taj Bradley, 4 2/3. Like, I have a genuine fear that his stamina is really a 45. But I guess we did just have a developer report that's not. But like, let's do some quick math. Let's bust out some mathematics for a moment, shall we? So last season and the season before that, he had 178 innings essentially. So 2 years ago, he was averaging 5.56 innings a start. Last year was 5.4. This year, it's down to 5.1. So effectively, every year, he is getting one less out every start. Not great. I mean, and what's annoying about this is like his whip is lower than last year. Home runs are about the same, but walks are down to normal. Ks are hovering there. It's just purely that he's not going as deep into games. But that is what it is. All right, let us play the rubber match. Game 3, Jet Williams and Gonzalez are tired. Yes, that's pretty easy. Do I want McCombs in right? I don't think I do. I guess Lantigua at 6 is fine. I'm gonna flip those two. This is gonna be a questionable infield, let me tell you. Yeah, Carlos, you're playing second. All right, Jimenez is on second for Estrella, who tragically grounds out. Yeah, it is Chase Young. All right, Shane, I believe in you. Good man. Hey, Leo Bernal. RBI double? Look at him. His OPS is still sub 600. Don't worry about it. I mean, you probably should worry a little bit, but maybe don't. As Keisha's on second for Estrella, hits it into center. That's going to land at the wall. 2-run ball game. Very happy with that. McCombs swinging a miss. Wah, wah, wah. You got this, Shane. Oh, they scored 3 on him. Maybe he didn't have it. Crawford advances the runner. Bernal walks. Lantigua walks as well. Bases loaded. Culpepper swings into left. That'll score at least. Okay, you cannot say the ball is very shallow. It is on the warning track right now. Like the ball is very shallow. There? He still flies out to left, and he went. So, like, if the AI was, that was the exact same location almost. If the AI was confident enough to send him on that sac fly, why did it give me the option on the hit before? I ask you, as Jimenez beats out the throw. Don't ask me how, but here we are. I guess they're not starting 70 arm Jonathan King, so it's probably why. And Estrella gets it down. Very good, sir. 7-3. We're moving. I think as McCombs gets it down as well. The the unfortunate thing about our hitters that are doing well is in reality, the 3 that are doing the worst in terms of like the guys that were starters were our 3 free agent signings. Uh-oh. Oh, McCombs is coming out of the ball game. How bad? Okay, 3 days. We're about to get very bad defensively, but Trey Morgan's going to come into pinch run here because like Kyle Karros has been a disaster, effectively unplayable. Jet Williams, I think, has been below average and bad defensively, which is rather stunning. Lantigua, you're going to right. Crawford's going to center. Trey Morgan's going to left. This is about the worst defensive configuration in the history of the world. But it's fine. And then Justin Crawford, I think, is the best of the 3, but he's a worse defensive center fielder than we thought he'd be, which is always a shame. As Estrella hits it into the Crawford boxes, home run number 10. He's going for Rookie of the Year, folks. Is he going to get it? Probably not. I could have number 1 and 2 in Rookie of the Year. I think Jimenez is eligible, but I forget the amount of time cut off to where you're no longer have a chance. Aros 2 for 2 on the day in brilliant surprise, swing and a miss. Game boss. Oh, and he allowed 2 more runs. That's what I get. That's what I get for not pulling them. Man. Well, went from a below average start to a bad one. Oh, Rojas. 3-run game. That escalated quite quickly. Yeah, Lumpkins is gonna have to come in. We're going Lumpkins right out the gate. Clean as a whistle in the 7th. Keishel is aboard. I mean, if you want to walk Jimenez, they do not. He swings, hits it into right. That is caught. Will advance Keishel. Thank you. Much appreciated. Estrella, 3 hits on the day. Can he get 4? No. As it is ruled an error on Cam Smith. And Trey Morgan, he was safe, surely. Thank you. RBI single for Trey. And Carros gets it down. We like to see it. Bases loaded, Justin Crawford. 0 for 4 on the day. Well, yep, hits into the fielder's choice. Bernal walks. Very good, very good, very good. Lantigua. Wow, pitch scores another. We're just taking advantage of their bad pitching. Like, this is less our good offensive ability this inning and just that their pitching is dying. Oh, they struck out Lantigua. All right, Lumpkins gets me the 8th clean. We're going to bring in Woolers for the 9th. Estrella on his journey to 4 hits, hits it deep into left and gone. A 2-run day for the third baseman. Well done from him. Trey grounds out. And Carros gets it down and right. All right, Justin Crawford, avoid going 0 for 6. He does indeed. Hits it in the corner. Listen, a few more of those and we'll be at 20. Here's Bernal. It's a short. That'll be that. All right. I'm feeling fairly confident that Woolers will not blow a 9-run lead. Very good. We get a win 15-6. Yikes. The doubles list is a paragraph. It must be said. Estrella had 2 home runs on the day. Insane performance. Kyle Carros also just rattled off 4 hits. Very good, very good. He's still been disastrous. Don't get me wrong. But that's just kind of where we're at. How's he been at second base? Oh, he's bad. Dude, you have a 65 range. I thought it could work. Yeah, Shane Baz, I mean, I tried to get a few more outs out of him with the big lead, and he gave up 3 runs. Rojas gave up another run. It has just not been his year. And I'm a little scared because Breckheimer regressed last offseason, and it killed him. I fear Rojas might be destined for the same sort of fate. But hey, series win. Take that, and we'll like it. All right. Last thing I'm going to do before we stop here. First things first, how many players are left on the list? 10. We're what, a week away? I can add a few more. Let us specifically look at guys that are projected to be starters, whose potential, let's just call it at least 45. Let's add them to the list, then that'll be it. All right. Now, similarly to Rocky series, let's just sim through this Yankees series. That way we can pick up next time with the Guardians and then the draft after that. Oh, we lose 3-9 Good God. Molina got popped for 3. Nazir White got popped for 3. Gurst for 2. Not a good day. Not a good day for Nazir. Maybe he just sucks at the start of months. Maybe that's it. Robleski, who swapped coasts. We win 6-5. Very good, lads. I didn't even look at really the hitting numbers last game. Uh-oh. Gurst. The AI loves to have Gurst be the back-to-back man. And I don't quite understand it because his stamina is only a 30. But okay. She walked 3 guys. Goodness. Not great from Jones. Pretty good from the bullpen, though. They let Correa get the save. Jimenez with another double. Jimenez, another home run. God, he's so good. All right. Ooh. Never mind. We'll play this one. It's our old friend Framber Valdez, who was our pitcher for 2 seasons. We extended the qualifying offer. He said no. We tried signing him in free agency. He said no. We offered him more money than the Reds did and more years. Or no, it was less years because he took 3 years with the Reds. All right, we'll play this one. John Klein on the mound. Keishel's at 100. Gonzalez is at 100, but he's not doing great. I'm going to have Sergio Jimenez take right field. No, I can't do that. I can't. In good conscience, I can't bring myself to do that. What I will do is move those 2 up. McCombs bats 5th. Lantigua can come in and take right field. Is that fine? That seems fine. Actually, I'll flip him and McCombs. Yep, that'll be the group. Actually, Diaz I'll have Diaz hit. All right, let's rock. Our old friend Framber Valdez on the mound. And McCombs with a lovely triple. Williams grounds out, but it scores the runner. Aaron Judge, first baseman. Oh boy, when they make that switch last season, they were still playing him at center. Good God. Sometimes I really wish the AI would, instead of putting bad defensive outfielders in first base, would just move them to DH more and deal with the roster shuffle of moving on from their current DH or doing something like that. Because so often, like the quality of first baseman in the game diminishes over time. Because instead of putting the good defensive first baseman out there, they'll put bad outfielders. And so the good defensive first baseman just won't get playing time. While all of that happened, Justin Crawford hit an RBI double. Culpepper with a sac fly into center. We take those. 3-0 ball game. And Keishel flies out. All right, John. You got this. See? I'm not worried. It used to be, and I think this was out of the park 17, 18. It used to be you could tell when the opponent would score when you did the, sim through the half inning thing because of how long it would take to load. But since they improved their load times, that's no longer an issue. Lantigua is hit. Don't be hurt, don't be hurt, don't be hurt. He is, and he's out of the ballgame. Man. I mean, I might as well just play him through it. He's essentially being used as a backup anyway. Trey Morgan can take over. I want to give Gonzalez the day off because he's been pretty cold recently. Well, that sucks. All right, and then Trey Morgan Whoops. Trey can just take over and left, which again is not the ideal scenario, but here we are. Runners at the corners. And Luke Keishel hits into the double play. No RBI for him, but we get the run. Menez lines out. What a shame. Uh-oh. You got this, John. See, we're okay. He allows a run, but his pitch count is still okay. Is Justin Crawford with a second RBI double. Culpepper's hit. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Thank you. They keep injuring my players, y'all. The fact that earlier in this episode, 3 players got injured in one game against the Tigers is pretty insane. Keishel swings at the 3-1. Does ground out, but we get the run. I suppose I'll take that trade, though maybe you should have taken the pitch. All right, John gets me the 6. That's really all I want. Not Estrella's day. He's 0 for 4. All right, really good outing from Klein. We'll go to early now for the 7th. And hopefully the 8th, unless he gets hit here. Which he does not. We're okay. Solo shot from Trey Morgan. Good for him. I think this might be the deadline where we move him. Because as I have established in the 5 years he's been on this team, he's really only useful as a starting DH. And Sergio Jimenez is arguably the best hitter in the American League right now. So not like he's going to give up time. And I think moving Luke Keishel to the outfield isn't really something I want to do, especially with his bad arm. So he's locked in at first. And that's really it for Trey Morgan in terms of opportunities. And Jimenez on cue hits it to the wall for a 2 RBI double. Oh, he's going for 3. He's an ambitious man. And he's there. Very good, sir. Take that. I'll pinch hit for Estrella here. Give Caros the bat. All right, and they walk him on 4 pitches. All right, hey. We go to the 8th. Caros to 3rd. Hopefully Conley can just give me this inning. Good man. And then Woolers for the 9th. That should do it. Brennan. We can trade like 2 outs for every 1 run at this one. We could trade 3 outs for every 1 run. He gets the fur there. Last out, Adam Smith. And he grounds out as it is only common sense. And we win 10-2. Trey Morgan with a homer. McCombs and Jimenez with triples. Estrella went 0 for 4, but, it happens. Really good from Klein. I mean, his last bad start was, 5 innings, 3 runs, you're probably not in love with, but he had 8 Ks, only 1 walk. Like, really, that 522 start against Boston, since then, he's been really good. All right. And we get the win, thus taking the series from the Yankees. A much needed day off because our bullpen is in quite a bit of pain. And then this is where I will stop for the episode as we played through a little over a month's worth of games. I think overall, against the division, did pretty good. We beat, we took the series against the Tigers and White Sox, split a 4-game set against the Royals. The sweep against the Diamondbacks was the part that sucked, but two of those were in extra innings. Beat the Dodgers in a series, sweep the Rockies, beat the Astros, and then beat the Yankees. And we're currently 52 and 39. We're 3 games up on both the Tigers and Royals, who it looks like the Royals. Which shade of blue is that one right there? I think that's the Royals. The Royals are surging. Tigers are kind of falling off a bit. Walker Jenkins will be back in 1 day. So I think then the move will just be to send Lantigua back down. But in all honesty, like, no, I mean, there's really nothing else I can do because I think McComb, don't get me wrong, he hasn't been amazing, but he had a beautiful April, really good May. June wasn't his month. I think he deserves a bit more time to see if we can figure it out. And then Justin Crawford, obviously, we're not moving on from. Like, I accept offensively he's been pretty bad, but I think we're still going to give that a shot. I could also just trade Trey Morgan, but then I'd have a bajillion outfielders. Or just make Sergio a first baseman. That might be what I do. Let's just entertain the thought for a second. Would anyone be interested in Trey Morgan? Let's entertain the thought. Last thing before I stop the episode. What do we got? I mean, there's definitely interest. The White Sox would want to give me one of their better starters, which seems like little overpay, but the Reds have been trying to get rid of South Stewart this whole damn game. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some decent players I could get. If I were to say just prospects, what does that look like? Josh Hill is the only 50 potential on here, but he's also on their 40 man. He looks pretty good, but maybe I'll pass. Steven Flores, who in real life I just scouted a game of his at the high A level, I think. I mean, defensively, he's fine. The avoid K and the I are definitely real. Bat's a little shaky. We also just need catching depth in our organization, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Luis De Leon, the other one. Not the guy I had in my Rocky save that went on to be our ace. I might do the deal for Steven Flores. Would they give me anything else? We're pretty weak in the infield positionally, but it looks like the oh, he wants more. Well, fine. White Sox, I'll get back to you. But if you want more, then you're giving me. He's a top 100 prospect. They're not going to love me doing that. George Wolcott is nice, but I have Jesse Gonzalez. Ooh. Yep, him. Ricardo Baez. I would very much like. Not even close. Okay. So I can add someone. I could add Antonio Armenta because realistically, that's who Steven Flores is going to take all the ABs from. But I'd rather keep him in my organization. Eric Booth, I don't want to get rid of. Brito, I don't want to get rid of. I can trade Tony Campos. Yeah, that's the move. Starting high A catcher or single A, I should say. While I'm here, though, you want to give me Chris Jackson? No. Okay, so they clearly see that they're being generous to me by taking Trey Morgan off your hands. Also, look at this dude, Myungbo Lee, out of South Korea. Mike Lippincott. They'll give me Mike Lippincott, who would join my utility infield group at AAA. He does want to be in the majors, though. I don't think that helps me as much as Preston Orr. Will you take a Preston Orr? What about a Javier Rodriguez? Stop wasting my time. I'm asking so nicely. All right, fine. Lippincott. All right, that's the deal. So we're trading Trey Morgan, which I think at this point, unfortunately, it's just a sad truth that he was only ever good for us in the 2 years where he was our starting DH as a backup. Doesn't really offer much value, has not hit the ball well this season. I mean, defensively, we played him at first. He's been fine, but I think we're going to send him to the White Sox. I hope they play him. I think he deserves to play. We're throwing in a catching prospect, Tony Campos. Bad bat, but decent defensively. In exchange, we get infield prospects Mike Lippincott, who you can put anywhere in the infield and he'll be perfectly fine. Average bat if he hits his potential, but Steven Flores is the big get. Um, Definitely going to be a AAA catcher. Could maybe usurp Leo Bernal in the major league level. So that'll be the trade. The clubhouse not upset that I just traded the leader. So that's interesting. But hey, from a Rule 5 pick, like we got nearly 500 games, 1,500 ABs, and 3 WAR out of it. Not the end of the world. Feel a little sad now that I didn't let him get 500 games. So yeah, Lippincott to AAA. Same with Steven Flores. In response, I think we are going to release Basalo. Sorry, Tom. And then Armenta Flores, Murrieta is fine. I'm going to cut Carvalho. Murrieta, are you even ready for AAA? So that's a no. Go back to AA. Man, he's so bad in this game. In 2026, he was good enough to be our starting catcher for a bit. All right, so then we're not going to make any corresponding move. I am essentially just going to move Sergio Jimenez to a DH positionally, and then Walker Jenkins can come back. And I think that's fine because Sergio Jimenez can also play first base. Not well, but like enough to where it's not the end of the world. And then we'll just have 2 backup outfielders, which I don't love, but I kind of want to give Lantigua a run. Like, he's been pretty good in the minors. He's been great last year and a half. Defensively, he's pretty solid, and he's only 24. So I think we'll give him some run, see what happens. Next time up, we will get through the rest of these games, the draft, which is on the 11th, and then the All-Star break, and probably get up to like this Guardians A's series. And then we'll save the trade deadline for next time. We have some genuinely annoyingly tough decisions to make at the deadline on if we want to bail and cut loose on any of our free agent signings that have sucked. Cough, cough, Kyle Karos. Looking at you, buddy. But that is it for this episode. Overall, really great run of games, doing very well in the division. We're 3 games up on the next 2 teams, looking pretty good. So I thank you all for watching. We're just going to pick up next time right here against the Guardians. That will be tomorrow, the 14th. And then we'll see how much we buy at the trade deadline. See you then.